Hello, fellow traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Monday, July the 17th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. Walmal, we've been doing a lot of trading videos lately rather than talking about the psychology.
Yeah, we have. And that's not to discount psychology because it's still one of the most important things. And, you had actually asked me a very interesting question a few minutes ago. And that was that, if you miss a trade, does it seem like you win more or do you lose? Would you have won or would you have lost? And that's, it really comes down to, it's funny for me anyway. All I remember is the ones I would have won. I don't remember the ones I would have lost. That's just the way your brain works, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, I would agree. It's like you sit there and you don't take the trades and they work out your way. And I think that's, why you have to take all the trades.
Exactly. You've seen me twice today. I got into trades where, they didn't work out for me. Eventually they worked out, but it's just the way it is. But then you've also seen me take a bunch of trades today where they did work out right away. So it's sort of, that's trading, and I can't complain. I'm up 31 pips for the day. So who's to say,
Right.
You just got to, it's like anything else. You take winners and you take losers. We do have a flip-flop box here, but I did not get a trigger. And also that I just don't feel comfortable because the last candle was, it's not a return bar or anything, but it is a very large bar in comparison to other bars. So for me, it's a hands-off. Wait for this thing to figure out what it's doing and how it's doing it. I'm just not quite sure that it really just wants to go down and up because, it's just kind of meandering. We had our big news already for the day, and we don't have big news again until tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern time.
Yeah. Well, I look to go short just to stick with the
H4. Also
H4.
moved 56 pips for the day. We got a 56 pip range for the day, which matches basically what Friday was.
Oh, we just lost Walmart for some strange reason. But I'd kind of look to go short here, mainly because we've got H4 short. We're 1.7 pips below the H4 open. We just had a new H4. Yeah, you dropped off. I was just telling the traders I'd be looking to go short here because H4 is red. It's only red by, between a little over 1 pip, but he has to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And now, here it goes back up. So now it's green. Yeah. But if you would have taken a flip-flop box trade, you had a state change. You had at 65.5, you had indicator 2, aqua.
Yeah. And if you also look at the chart too, there's a nice little range that's developed from about 5 minutes before the beginning of this current hour. And it's been ranging basically from, in the low end, 62.8 up to a high of about somewhere around 72.5, something like that. So a 10 pip range.
Right.
So that could have been another indicator like, we're at the bottom part of that range again, and it's bounced off that a couple of times, and we got a flip-flop box here, and we're above indicator 2, and, lots of reason to have taken that trade.
And one of the things I said, I was looking short, not that I would have gone short, and I just said this something I observed that if the flip-flop box is near the bottom of the range, chances are you don't want to go short. You want to try and get the short up here. Otherwise, because you risk getting inflected more often than not.
You're exactly right. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. now. I don't have a trade on the table that I can take. There's nothing here for me with what I do. I mean, the breakout traders, they may want to go and take a trade somewhere around, 73 even, something like that, because that'll break this entire range area, so I don't like taking those type of trades.
Well, and I mentioned we've got a H4 pivot to be hit at 13075, so 1.3075.
Right. So that may be something that would draw it in there. So if you get a clear signal to take it, whatever your method may be, that may be a good thing to target, because as we know, those H4 pivots, they like to be revisited or visited.
It's funny, the daily pivot got missed by about 0.3. On my missed pivots indicator, I don't have points, but it says 0. So, but when I looked at the high here, 131.086, and the pivot's at 131.089, so just barely missed, with the weekly pivot being down at 129.948 and the monthly pivot being down at 126.381. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens here.
Yep, it's right now, it's just a waiting, at least for me anyway, it's a waiting game.
And that's about 90% or more of trading is waiting.
Yep.
Probably more like 99%.
Somebody, I forget who it was that said it, but one of the old timers went and said, if trading isn't boring, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. Good trading is boring. And it looks like we're at the 50% retrace on the 1 minute 3 balls right here.
I don't know where the top of the 3 ball is on the 1 minute.
1.3084. Oh, there was a trader that I guess new to the channel, said something about, asked if had any videos explaining the method or the indicator. It's like, I think overall I've put out over 1,000 videos. I haven't even looked at my video count recently. And it was funny, they left a comment, please be specific. So I replied, I go, well, you have to be specific which indicator, which method you're referring to, but I don't think there's anything that we haven't put out several videos on. There's a few video playlists out there on the various methods. And if I know there's a bunch of dashboard videos. I think there's a few HL5 videos. So I'm not really sure. Yeah.
Right now we have a flip-flop box. I did not take the trade, and here's the reason why I didn't take the trade. One, because we're at the top of that range. Number two, we had 3 white candles in a row, or 3 bullish candles in a row, and to me it's sort of like, okay, you're jumping into the party late. So maybe this is a video about why not to take a trade. Although it looks like that if I would have taken a trade, you could have picked up like a pip or so, but it's just, to me, it was a hands off. We're at the top of that range I talked about earlier in the video. We had, again, 3 bull candles in a row. It just, to me, it's like hands off, I'm I'm just not going to touch it. If anything, I mean, I know that we're going up right now, and people's, would think that, hey, you should be looking for a long, but actually I'm looking for a short here, and I don't know if it's going to happen here or if it's not going to happen until we hit, let's say, the pivot or something, or even above, of that. But it's just right now the way it's just not my trade. And so you just got to, again, keep your hands off the keyboard.
Yeah. The big thing to go long, I guess, would have been when H4 turned green.
Yeah.
Because the H4 candle is going to have to range.
Right. Your entry for that would have been down at like 67.5, something like that, at least on my charts.
Right.
And right now you could have picked up 5 pips, 6 pips off of that. That would have been really nice. But again, when I go and try to trade in the direction of H4 or H4 break, that's, for me anyway, that's not a reason to take the trade. That is a reason, not the reason. And, it's important to keep that in mind that, or at least for me anyway, I need a little bit more than that, just in a color change. And here's that short that I was talking about you would have been waiting for. Unfortunately, it was jabber-dabbing, so I missed it.
You've been up 2 pips right now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the trade I would have taken.
Yeah, and I would have been out because of that one ball. And then, of course, it keeps going down, and I'd be kicking myself. But
yeah, I mean, I could have been up. Could have, if I wasn't just chewing the fat here on the video, could have made 3-4 pips on this trade. And the worst thing about it is, that's the short I was looking for. Why? Let's go. We only got that minute left, but why? The reason why state change, low indicator 2, flip-flop box, top of a range, got very close to that pivot point, didn't quite get there, but it doesn't actually hit it, but it gets really, really close. There was just a lot of evidence that this is a trade that you could take and, make 2, 3, 4. Now you could have made 5 pips on it,
and something you just mentioned, my flip-flop box, the high is at the top of that range. So maybe that's something you could wait for a flip-flop. If you're looking for a reversal for a reversal short, that the flip-flop high is at the high of the range, or the flip-flop low is at the low of the range if you're looking for a long.
Exactly. Yep.
That could be something, especially for new traders, because you don't want to get cut up.
Right. But that could have been a very nice trade. So, it's funny. I pointed out the trade we need to look for, and then I blow it and not take it.
Yeah, see, that's funny, because that's one of the things we were talking about. When I asked you, the missed trades, are they winners, or more often are they winners or losers?
I think we're almost out of time.
Yeah, almost. I've got another minute and something. But Walmal, the thing about seeing, it's easier to see the winners. You can't really see the losers.
No, you can't. It's more difficult.
Yeah.
You can see them, but it's just more difficult.
Yeah, you'd really have to go, oh, there's a trade would have happened here, but...
And that's why some people, they get caught up with, if I only would have done this, if I only would have done, look at all those winners out there, but they're not seeing the losers out there because it gets hidden by the candles.
Yeah. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about up now. So, hopefully you picked up a tip or two today. And to that one trader, if you're watching, please be specific. Let me know what indicator, sometimes people say at this timestamp. And so that'll help me, because we're more than happy to answer your questions. And when you're trading, just always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.